Felicia, as you know, it's my birthday episode, and I get to do whatever I want. You know, that's the rule. And so, you know, I love making little songs and ditties. We've heard The Tinkerman. We've gotten to hear me do my improv songs every time someone joins Buy Me a Coffee. And they're so much fun. You know I thrive on it. I love it. And this has just been a thing throughout my life that I've always enjoyed. And so it was so weird. For my birthday, this giant golden egg came down the river, and I opened it up, and all of these ideas started flooding me. And I thought, what if I made an EP? What if I made like a Wonka Watch EP? What would that be like? And, you know, in the span of one day, I did it.
Look in the well, here in the town, there's a rumor, 2 people went down and never returned. Oh, dead in the night, you can hear them scream. Oh, what a fright, the worst kind of dream, talking about the most horrid thing. Dare not speak its name, or the madness will find us too. To keep them at bay, we send some Wonka news. The Wonka well, the egg ring of hell, the hurt and the pain of Felicia and Elaine.
And so welcome to my birthday episode, Wonka Watch the EP.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to say for reference, I didn't expect this because Elaine said to me 2 days ago when we were like trying to plan what this episode would be, she said, well, I'm going to do something that we have to do literally no prep work for beforehand. Like we just show up and kind of do whatever. So
Yes.
I was like, so...
And that was my plan. And then one of these songs I had been like working around, because when I get into a rough time, this is just funny
Yeah.
and silly for me. So I was like, boop, boop, boop. And I was like, oh my gosh, this will fit this one thing. And then I have had this idea for a very long time about doing a little like music compilation of some sort. I didn't know what it would look like. And I was like, man, that'd be fun for my birthday episode, but I don't know. And then something happened today where I was like, what if I just did it all in one day, which is what I've done. So we have that included 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs. They're not super long. And what we're going to do is we're going to listen and talk about it, you know,
discuss, yeah.
you know, and again,
I want to
recorded
tell
it.
you, that opening song was really fucking good. Like, genuinely very good.
This was my vision for it.
Yeah.
We're on stage and there's just the well and there's smoke coming out.
Yeah.
And then the village people start walking around and they're all
Okay,
like
the
whispering.
village people, the band, or peasant? Or like peasant village people?
Both. The village people are the council for the village people. But like medieval peasant villagers, I don't know why that's in my vision. And then at the end of it, like the people are still singing and they get scared because they see our arms reach out and then we would climb out of the well.
I am honored to be included in your creative genius.
Yes.
You know, this will get
I'm
people
crediting
real
you
excited.
on the EP because all these ideas we like birthed together. So you are a co-producer on this.
I'm basically a producer. Call me Mark Ronson. What was I going to say?
Tinkerman is like, think of it as like the first single that dropped.
Yeah, the
And
Tinkerman
now-
was your first single. Oh my
Here we
God.
go, and
the
then,
fact
yeah, the
that we have
Christmas
created.
album.
Okay, combined with your 7 tracks from this album, you also wrote the theme song, which I don't think most people know. You wrote the Wonka Watch theme song.
Oh, yes.
Jesus, how do you react when your co-host springs that on you? Like, if anyone at home was like, Felicia, you seem a little frazzled. Yeah, you would be too. You would be too. All I knew was Elaine texted me, hey, I'm gonna need the soundboard for this one. You should be scared. So I'll be honest, Elaine, I was a little scared you were going to make me improv country songs like that one idea we had. And I was
gosh.
I will absolutely shit my fucking pants if that's the case.
I would never spring that on you, just so you're aware. I would never.
Thank
I
you.
really meant it where, like,
wouldn't.
whatever I did was not going to require you to do a heavy lift. I was hoping to not do that. And then I don't know what took over me, man. I just was like, it was like my fixation of the day. I couldn't, like, I almost didn't eat lunch because I was like, no, I have to make it perfect, even though they're, like, kind of shitty, because obviously they are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're beautifully shitty. Okay, so we have 7 tracks from this, plus the Tinkerman can, plus the theme song, plus Willy Wonka's I Want Candy cover. There are 10 tracks.
That's an
related
album.
to Wonka Watch. That's a full album.
That's a full
Wonka
album. Because
Watch
I was like,
Studio
you know,
Cast.
7 is like an EP, but, like, that's a fucking album. Okay, well, we're gonna drop the album. Also, I wanted it to be known, I am holding a giant actual golden egg.
That wasn't a joke.
That wasn't a joke. It is right here. And what happened is that my friends are on the council of an organization called We Are Family, and they support the LGBTQ plus community in Charleston, and so they host a queer adult prom. This year's theme was candy, and I knew Wonka was gonna happen, but I was hoping it wouldn't. But, like, I knew. And then I go there, and there's all this candy, and I see this fucking golden egg. I'm like, yeah. And then Patio Furniture, a local drag queen who I absolutely love, comes out and starts lip-syncing to Pure Imagination. So, nothing is sacred, but it was also delight. But then my roommate stole the golden egg, and now it's mine. So, I don't. This feels like I got, a trophy. Is this our version of an Oscar?
Yeah.
We've got to go today.
We should probably introduce the podcast at this point.
Yes, sorry.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wonka Watch. This is a podcast where we go through all the Wonka media leading up to the Wonka 2023 prequel to try and understand and really be able to engage with it critically. And also do shit like this. You know, sometimes we stray far from the source. We use Wonka as a creative inspiration. We're channeling Wonka today. And we're using the spirit of music
I've ever done.
to create a Wonka Watch EP, apparently. I'm your host, Felicia.
And I'm Elaine.
And it's Elaine's birthday, and this is what she decided to do for it. Oh, but what's this? It's if you play the record backwards, it turns out there's a secret message on it. And it says, Wonka Watch News.
Ooh.
So this week's Wonka Watch tip, because sometimes we get little tips from our audience, and I got a tip today from Evelyn. Our listener Evelyn sent an email which opened with, Hi Wonka Watch, I hope this electronic letter finds you well. Trekking through the wild jungles of TikTok, I happened upon a most curious artifact. She sent me in the direction of the TikTok from the Toucan? Something like that, Center of the Arts TikTok page that has been posting about their production of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because their costuming and sets are just extremely well done, and they've made some, like, different casting choices that also seem to be pretty effective. So then I went and did way too much research about this production because it's the thing I know how to do. I have 8 sources, I believe, which is too many. I went through their blog. I went through their press release. I went through their Instagram. I found the Instagram of the guy who plays Wonka. I went crazy. The Toucan Center for the Arts is a nonprofit, and it is the biggest theater in Utah. And it is an amphitheater. It is in, like, the middle of the Red Rocks Canyons. It looks fucking gorgeous, and it's crazy. Their production level is, like, Broadway level shit.
Nice.
The show is running from May 13th to October 19th, so basically the entire summer and a little more. And for their casting, they use child actors. And as Evelyn pointed out, this moves away from kind of the lanky Wonka trope. You know how every Wonka's kind of a beanpole? Not so in this production. And Evelyn in the email pointed out that having that in general kind of fucks with some of the, like, fat-phobic messaging within Roald Dahl stuff. And I immediately saw the guy who's playing Wonka in this, and I was like, oh, he's perfect. And also a large contingent of the TikTok comments were thirsting after him. Honestly, understandable. I see it.
Oh, okay.
He is played by Jonathan Wagner, and he's got a little bit of a Jack Black vibe, which turns out I was right because he was the original Broadway cast understudy for the Jack Black character in School of Rock.
Oh,
So,
okay. Cool.
I will drop the photos here of the costumes, because the costuming is extremely good in this production.
Oh. Oh, the suit is not what I was expecting, but
it's good.
I like it. It's brown, but it's like shimmery, so it's chocolate, and there's like swirls of purple in there. And his hair is perfect. I love this Wonka. This is yes, Carnival Wonka.
I was like, no notes.
No notes.
This is
like,
what Doug Wonka
shocking.
thought he looked like. That's too mean. I pasted the photo of the factory kids outfits, which honestly probably my favorite character, like costume design.
They're just really fun. Like these are really silly and fun. Oh, Charlie, I love his little like raggedy patch pants.
So I found on their blog quotes from the costumers. This is from like 8 different posts. I put all the links in the description. I didn't have time to hash out what's from what. It's there. Believe me. The costume fabricator said we were searching for a very specific fabric to create the costume for Augustus Gloop, and it was like one of their year's costume treasure hunt moments, and that they went over to probably 20 different stores to find what they wanted. And the costume designer Ryan Mahler based each child's look on a type of candy, so they're all very unique, and you can tell them apart on stage, which I think is well done.
Cool.
And I did learn at this point, because they're an outdoor amphitheater who is currently running Tarzan, it seemed like from an interview, it implied that they were actually having Grandpa Joe and Charlie fly during fizzy lifting drinks, which is wild.
Oh.
I believe I've been saying the place's name wrong. It's Tuacahn, I'm now realizing. Whoopsies. I'm not totally sure, though. My bad.
Tucon.
I do all this research and don't look up how to pronounce it. I really should have. So the director said, we're doing Charlie, but on a Tuacahn scale. It's going to be super duper magical with lots of things you won't see in any other production. The one thing I do wish I knew is how they were handling the Oompa Loompas, because it seems like they're doing stuff differently with a lot of things. I want to know if it's the same, but there doesn't seem to be the same emphasis on the Oompa Loompas as other productions, so I don't know. Like, I could not find visuals of them. And the pure imagination scene in the trailer seemed to have people almost dressed as different types of, like, fairies representing candy, so I was like, wonder what's going on there. And then I was like, wait, why don't I look up reviews? So I looked up reviews.
Oh, there it is. There's the rabbit hole.
I found a review from Front Row Reviewers written by Keelanani Kinghorn, and they said, we see a myriad of magical stagecraft. For instance, imagine a flying glass elevator, fog machines, gorgeous bright fluorescence, and cotton candy colors gracing the set against the natural red rock of southern Utah. Add to that fireworks, a white limousine that drives up on stage, dancing squirrels, dancing Oompa Loompas, actors dressed as flying marshmallow peeps that hilariously fly over the audience on cords, magic tricks on stage, even a running chocolate river that flows out of a giant boulder. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. This is honest. I would love to see this.
I know.
Which is a wild thing to say about Wonka Media.
I know, because normally we try and, like, kind of draw the line at, like, regional productions because we have to stop somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have to be picky and choosy. Like, if it's just a clone of Broadway, we're not watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going to discuss it. However, This I am intrigued.
This is juicy.
And the reviewer said one of their favorite scenes included the first glimpse inside of Wonka's factory in the second act when we see Wonka's living creatures. The ensemble enter dressed as living and moving candy, a cotton candy tree, a licorice tree, etc. So, that's new.
Wow.
This guy would be high on the power ranking.
Yeah. I mean, fashion alone.
Essentially, my final note is we probably won't know much more about this just because due to legal stuff, they, like, can't record it. So unless we get hooked up with some back alley copy, we're probably not going to be able to talk about this more. But I'm glad we got to learn at least a little bit about it because it seems like a really cool production. I wish we could see it. I am going to drop the show trailer for you. Because it looks fucking great. It makes the Broadway production look like ass.
Oh, shit.
And it's like a full 2.5 minute trailer, too. It's not even like short.
His singing is amazing. Like, that was amazing. Do I need to skip around? I just stopped it at 30 seconds. Do I need to...
I mean, I would just scroll through it on the bottom.
The stage, the settings, the props. Absolutely amazing. I'm in.
Yeah, so you can see why I was like, makes Broadway production look like a high school.
Yes, 100%.
No invisible maze here.
I was about to be like, I don't think it'll be invisible, Felicia.
But yeah, no, I thank you, Evelyn, for sending this our way because that was genuinely very fun. It's so nice to be excited about something a tiny bit new in Wonka, and that was really interesting. This is so exciting. What other comedy podcasts write full EPs for episodes?
Absolutely none, and perhaps for good reason, but I don't care because it's my birthday. So organizing the album was a little weird because like they're very tonally different. And so I've just kind of done it where I've saved my 2 favorite ones for last.
Okay.
And some of these are not meant to be likable in my mind, but maybe they are. I don't know. They're pretty short. I thought we'd start with a nice short little one to kick us off. It's like 39 seconds.
I'm excited.
I will now. I'm not even going to announce the names, mostly because I don't have names. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
He is a horse and he is a man. He's got some hooves and he's got some hands. Adam Driver Centaur. He can gallop and he can run. A horse and a man, he's both in one. Where will he go? What will he do? Oh, Chanel, what a strange perfume. We'll never know.
I'm literally, I just want you to know, I'm gonna just make a TikTok that's just the Chanel ad with that on top of it.
Yes, please.
Literally, that's it. It already has a music video. That was fucking incredible. I loved it so much.
Yeah. So my inspiration was that I thought Adam Driver Centaur is such a quirky little character in our universe. And he pops up from time to time. Like he shows up every time we have some kind of reality TV show based thing.
Yeah, like the
happening.
short length is also kind of a testament to his presence on the podcast. He comes in with a burst. He comes in for a sprint, not a marathon. You know, he's a
right. And some behind the scenes fun. When I was making the intro songs, I sent Felicia 2 options, and the backtrack of that one was one of the options.
Really?
That was possibly going to be our intro song. Here's a secret to you, Felicia, now. I like it. It was silly, but I purposely made it extra poppy in a way that I was hoping it would make you really like the other one, because I really liked the other one.
Yeah, you were like,
I didn't want to only
this one
show you one option, but I was like, here's the short pop one, and then here's this orchestral masterpiece. You let me know which one you want.
Yeah, and here's this incredibly well thought with cauldron bubbling background sounds, apropos of nothing.
20 tracks.
You really established your Wonka Witch presence early on. Like, we should have known the podcast would get dark. I think you kind of manifested that by putting a cauldron bubbling sound. Which, granted, maybe it could be part of the inventing room, but, like, come on.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking, but it really has kind of morphed its meaning. But yeah, he deserved a little song. It's like, I imagine his little sitcom intro.
I mean, I already kind of have it stuck in my head, so it worked.
So that one also, like, was mostly improv. I
do want you guys to know, Elena's also doing a lip sync to these as she presents them to me. And she did it with little hand motions, like when he has hands, she put her hands up. It was very fun. It was very charming.
This next one, I was like, Veruca Salt has to be on this album, you know? And I was like, well, what if I sang as Veruca Salt? And I was like, okay, she'd probably have some, like, really fancy orchestral stuff. And then I was like, wait, what if Veruca tried to sing a country song? What would that be like? I'll tell you more behind the scenes after this, but okay. I now present to you Veruca Salt singing a country song.
I don't see why I have to do a country song, but I see other people doing it and I want to be so popular. Hello, y'all, there is a truck. Is that what they call them? Oh, and then you go and get your straw. You like to wear your overalls, and then you sit around a fire, perhaps behind a bottle of water, and then you're going to go ahead and get in a boat. You're going to wrap yourself up in an American flag and shove a hot dog down your guzzler like a little disgusting pig. I'm really fucking hot. I'm hotter than Americans. I'm super rich and you are not. Not. You are poor. I always get what I want. I evade my taxes. I'm Veruca. Don't be better, don't be salty. Veruca will win a Grammy. And then I talk about being on another truck, and there is a banjo, and my uncle plays it very well. I feel like I'm losing the will to live right now, to be honest, and I don't like mayonnaise either. That's all they fucking eat. This is absolute shit. And I don't want to do it!
Sorry, thank you.
Wow. That was...
Veruca, Luke, Brian? I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, what? Oh, I had drum... Sorry. Oh, I just had a loop of drum track just ready to go. So technically it's a 2-minute, 35-second song with like just 30 seconds of nothingness and then surprising drum loops.
Oh my god. That almost felt like Factory 4 Veruca a little bit. I mean, that was
yes. I really liked the idea of just she would do a country song because so many other people are doing it that she just wants the clout, you know? And,
yeah, is this when she's like 1920 really breaking out into the scene?
Yes, yeah.
Because that's what I was getting the vibe of.
Mm-hmm. And I think she wanted to try to get a reality TV show. And
100%.
I mean,
she would
we
kill
have
it
a
on
resurgence
MTV.
of like Floribama Shore, and she's like, okay, I guess I have to lean into this now. Like, and I think Veruca would be still struggling with all of that. But the backtrack for that one was originally so there was a song I made. My friend and I, we will stay up the night of a Taylor Swift album release and then listen to the album together, and forevermore we weren't together, so we were just texting each other furiously. And I was like, I don't know how to fucking pass the time. What if I made my own song? And so I used that song to create I'm Drunk and Eating Meat, which is...
not to be confused with your cheese song that you sent me a few weeks ago.
True, not to... Yes, not to be confused with that. It's a wild time. And then I was like, you know what? This is the perfect... Like, I've always wanted to use this somehow.
The banjo is so goofy. Like, it's such a
goofy
banjo.
Can you imagine that, like, music video? I imagine her with, like, white fur boots in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's not where any of this would happen, but like, there's a cactus. She's in Joshua Tree.
That Veruca Salt would get along great with the I Want Candy Wonka. They're like besties.
Yes.
Same vibe. Did the eating cheese song get reused on the album at all?
It did not.
Okay,
I thought about it, but I did not.
Would you want me to play it? Because I do think it gives good context.
I will happily, yes.
So this was, I guess a few weeks ago, Elaine sent me, I don't think I ever sent this to you. This was during my sad era, she wrote.
Really?
Yeah, and then you said, I might have had Delta 8, but I don't recall. And I received this in an untitled audio 3970.m4a. And I open it, and this is what I hear. I was like, is this going to be like a depressing rant or that's relevant to something we talked about?
Wow.
And I open it and I get this.
I can get a pound of it. I can buy it really cheap. I can get a fuck a ton of this motherfucking cheese. I can get it in a wheel. I could get it in a spiel. Put it on a platter, then I sit down and I get so much happier. 'Cause I'm eating cheese.
I mean, it's a musical masterpiece.
It's so, I actually really like the backtrack of that one too. I was like, this is silly. Like, I just have a lot of
It
like
sounds
silly,
like a song
stupid
a hamster
things.
would write.
Yes, exactly. A hamster musical?
Don't get her started.
Don't even get me
collectively
started.
don't get her started.
If this happened to me in one day, oh no.
So yeah, Elaine has a history of pulling out these masterpieces.
That's fucking wild. This next one, when I went to write it, I feel like I'm in an Apple Music documentary right now.
It does feel a little bit like you're
wild.
giving commentary on the album. You're in the Genius lyrics breakdown. So, eating cheese. So what I was saying there when I wrote that is, I really like cheese, like a good camembert, a Gruyere, a Brie. But, sometimes you don't have cheese and you really want cheese. And this song is what I made in that moment. I was also in my sad era. Yeah.
Which is the name of that album. And it's all songs that are like 30 seconds or less.
Drunk and eating meat. Sad.
Drunk and eating meat and cheese. Oh, actually, I can play you some Drunk and Eating Meat right now.
I would love to hear some Drunk and Eating Meat.
Okay, let's do it. We have time. We don't have too many songs.
This is just an explanation to Elaine's songwriting process, is what this is.
Which is like, I swear to God, we have people who were like like theater people, production people.
Get Elaine a job.
This is wild, okay.
There's a stain on my shirt, and this room smells like smoke. You ain't really sure if that's sugar or it's coke. I may be a redneck, but you just wait and see. Taylor's got a new album, and it's making me crazy.
Well, there's only one thing to do, but I'm not sure you're ready. But I guess I'm about to tell you. So come on, hold on tight, baby.
I'm drunk and eating meat. I don't know how to handle life. I'ma smoke some goddamn weed and eat raw butter from a knife. But I'll get my shit together, or at least that's what I swore. Gonna hang out my leather and cry.
This is like a 2010 hit.
Right?
Do evermore.
You put this on the radio 2010, nobody would know the difference.
Florida Georgia Line Wishes.
True.
Those are the bonus tracks on the deluxe album. I'm eating cheese. Or no, actually it's called I Fucking Love Cheese.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm drunk and eating meat. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, this next one sonically did not go in the direction I really thought it did, but then I just heard this one loop and I was fucking hooked. And a lot of this one was improvised, went back, put it together. So it was very chaotic. I think this might have been the last one I wrote. This is... Sorry, I'm like not going to be able to handle any of these things that I do,
Yeah.
so...
Oh, I know this loop.
It's sick, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story so riveting, you won't be able to stop listening. Of me, there was only one mention, and now I'm a goddamn legend.
You are what you eat. That's why I'm so fly.
Let's go grabber, grabber, that's me, motherfucker. Let's go grabber, grabber, hop, hop, I'm a frog. Rescue from oblivion, bitch, I'm an amphibian. Let's go grabber, grabber, hop, hop, I'm a frog. For a frog, I'm really right. Throw some parties at my lily pad. Make sweet concussions that divide. I may have stolen them, but that's all right.
Don't be a toad.
Let's go grabber, grabber, that's me, motherfucker. Let's go grabber, grabber, hop, hop, I'm a frog. Rescue from oblivion, bitch, I'm an amphibian. Let's go grabber, grabber, hop, hop, I'm a frog.
Oh my
So
god.
let me read you the lyrics. It got a little quiet in the middle.
Yeah,
so
I
let
want to
me,
hear that. Can I make a blanket request though? Just immediately
Yes.
upon hearing that, when the Wonka movie premieres,
Yes.
I am begging one of you to make an edit of Matthew Bainton as Ficklegrubber to that song.
Please,
please, dear
please.
God, because like we could do one of the
Please.
Ficklegrubber plushie, but it wouldn't be as good. Like I'm talking like a full like post, like just so overly done. 18 fucking transitions, every beat hit. Like,
Yes.
if you're gonna make it, we'll send you the file. Like, I'm,
Yes,
I'm not
like
fucking
whatever you
joking.
need,
We will provide.
Tag the shit out of. Oh my god, yes, that would make me so happy.
I'll make it myself if I have to. I'll learn CapCut. Where's the Ficklegrubber scene pack? Where is it?
So, let me tell you a story so riveting. I thought that was silly. You won't be able to stop listening. Of me, there was only one mention, and now I'm a goddamn legend. And then the little chipmunk voice you heard was, "You are what you eat. That's why I'm so fly."
Oh, fuck yeah.
Rescued from oblivion, bitch, I'm an amphibian. And then for a frog, I'm really rad. Throw parties at my lily pad. Make sweet concoctions that delight. I may have stolen them, but that's all right. And then don't be a toad. Let's go. And then you hit right back into the chorus. And that is the Ficklegrubber song.
That is fantastic. I just got reminded of, we briefly had played around for a while. I wrote this about a year ago. with the concept of doing an episode about how we would die in the factory, how we would perish in the factory. And I had written about 3 verses of a song about you meeting your demise in the factory. And I never really got the rhyme scheme worked out. I was trying to do like almost a Beastie Boys thing, and I was trying to use that exact loop, and I will tell you, you did so much better than I did. So the thing is like, this is the kind of thing that would be like an old British man like playing the piano a chord, a line is kind of the vibe of this. It's that, or is there anything on the media board that I could easily make work into a backing track for this?
Let's see.
Like Fancy Man Jazz could maybe work. No, it's not fast enough. I mean... No, that one won't work.
No.
That actually could work.
Perfect.
Elaine didn't care for the fudge mallow or canned fizzy lifting drinks, nor did she like the candy that makes your farts not stink. No, what was it that she ended up caring for the most? The chocolate-coated railway traveling coast to coast.
Oh my god.
Oh, Elaine. What a terrible way to be maimed. An unexpected end to her reign. But let's be real. We should have predicted the train. Give it a moment. Let's move on to the new passage of the song. Thank you. She saw the train approach, a glint in her eyes. Said she knew a man called Harvey who'd once made her cry.
Oh my god.
Wonka gave her a warning. He said it's slippery when wet. The song's about to end. I know I used this edit. Start it over again. She saw the train approach, a glint in her eyes. Said she knew a man called Harvey who'd once made her cry. Wonka gave her a warning. He said it's slippery when wet, but she said, who cares? Her mind had been set.
Oh.
So she jumped onto the carriage, a click in her heels, and the train, it started moving its big cold wheels. A lurch of the engine lost balance on her jive, and she fell onto the tracks and may have broke her spine. Oh, Elaine, we wish you were as best as your name. She just couldn't resist doing a grapevine and a twist, and because her dance, she'll never be the same. Yes, she will recover. She'll travel near and far once we scrape her off the tracks like Nutella out the jar.
Like Nutella out the jar.
Wait, there's one more. There's one more verse.
Okay, starting at the beginning again.
So here's the thing. There was supposed to be a verse connecting these, but there's not really anything that makes sense. So just picture a time jump, and there's some other lyrics that make this make sense.
Beautiful. Okay, starting it again.
You see, the chocolate train was hollow. No damage had been done. Just some bruises and exposing a bit of theatrical scum. She got up off the tracks and looked Wonka in the eye, and she slapped him and said that train should be suitable to ride.
Felicia, that's fucking... Scraping me like Nutella out of a jar might be like that.
There were some banger lines in there.
That was fucking amazing. And honestly, as a spoken word poem, was like that hit. That fucking hit.
That's also a bonus track on the Wonka EP.
God, yes. Like,
look at us. We're just...
That's amazing, Felicia.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
The final note on here was some line about Russian history. So... I think it said she knew a man called Harvey who'd once made her cry is the best line I'd ever made.
That is so good.
I also somehow managed to make this whole thing rhyme. So I don't know what.
Honestly, amazing. The story was amazing. Of course I'd be theatrical and like be like, oh my god, I died, but the train is hollow. That was so good.
And you slapped Willy Wonka.
I slapped Willy Wonka, which...
Train should be suitable to ride, you bitch!
Right. I like throw him off a cliff.
And it's good because, like, you've been really digging hard into the train lore. I wrote this a year ago, okay?
That's wild, actually. That is wild. And, like, we just learned that there is an actual chocolate train, so to speak, like, a Wonka train in our last Wonka news. So, like, that's...
I'm glad I got to share that. I'm glad that's off my chest.
Oh, like, this, like, inner artist of ourselves in this genre we never really play with, I feel like. This is so freeing. fuck is happening in my life?
This is the logical first step into us rewriting our own Wonka musical. It's gonna happen and it's fine. Just hit us up, Roald Dahl Estate. We've shat on you
y'all thought we were
quite a
just
bit.
all talk, but now you know. Now you know.
We've got the chops to back it up. Elaine, she'll write a bunch of little 45-second numbers about cheese and meat and being drunk, and I will write long spoken word poetry.
I could see it so well, Felicia, too. That was the thing. I saw that so vividly in my head. Chef's kiss. And now to ruin your life. So this one cracked me up because we have discussed, I don't like it either, but like it like stung you personally, the mom song in like every media for the Wonka family. Charlie, good luck, Charlie. Is that the one in the movie?
Charlie.
Cheer up, Charlie. And it's boring. It's sad. And no one cares about it. And I was like, what if I kind of made a boring, sad song? So this is the sad song on the album. I think it's told from my fictional perspective, like fictional me within this universe. I'm not sure. I think it can be both of us, really. And to be honest, I don't really fully recall what happened in it. But I know that I was like, let me do it like a little, like, let me try to be somewhat serious so that it's worse.
Yeah.
I want this to feel uncomfortable was really my goal. Oh my god, here we go.
Timothy Chalamet is playing Willy Wonka. What the fuck? That seems really wrong. I don't know what to do. Oh, I've fallen way too deep. Cursed by this never-ending abyss. So trapped forever in a Wonka well. Started a podcast to regain some sanity. This Wonka prequel has become a calamity. All friends and family don't know what to say, but it's not that important anyway. Not important anyway. It's not that important anyway.
I felt like you were gonna go Let It Go at the end. Like, it very much felt like the intro to Let It Go. You did manage to make it to the point where I thought, I've surely heard this song before.
Yes.
Like,
no,
it
I
just
definitely
feels
feel like
a song you've heard before.
Copyrighted from many things. So parody, we're fine. There's definitely, I'm sure, like one of those.
Honestly,
was like a Taylor
I think
Swift
that was
item.
more compelling than most of the sad songs.
Wow.
Well, because the Cheer Up Charlies and the Hushabye Mountains, they're all like delivered in the middle of the night and supposed to put you to sleep. That would wake me up.
It's because I did screech the
Yeah, you did screech a little
notes,
bit. The
so-
screeching kind of pulled it off the lullaby track. Now, still, would I skip it on the cast album of a movie? Absolutely. But that's
Yes,
not a
and-
diss to you. That was the
No, that's what I
intention.
wanted. That's
You
what
wanted
I
a song
wanted.
that I would go, ugh, when it comes on.
I wanted it to be like, well, that's not like funny enough.
Yeah.
Why did she even make
You're
it?
like,
And why
I
did she share
purposely
it?
made a shit song.
Yeah, which just to show
it's
you how
meta.
good I am. Okay, we've entered the last two, and these are my favorites. I'm going back and forth on which one I want to end on. No, I know what I want to end on. So this next one was kind of for you, Felicia. We both like this character. This isn't. I don't want to get your hopes too high, but I thought this is a little character that has getting a little resurgence for us. I feel like. Doesn't get mentioned too often, but I do think there is some kind of love. We were recently rooting for this character in one of our episodes. So, sorry, I hope you guys know I feel deep agony right before I play each of these.
Yeah.
Because this is out there
I
forever.
don't want to say who I think it is, because then if it's not it, it's going to be disappointing for me personally.
Yes.
So
and
I
don't want you to be disappointed. Like, just...
Yeah.
I am computer man.
Oh, I love it.
I almost got fired from my job. Oh no. Had to prove my worth so I could keep food on the table. I am a quirky little computer guy. IT, that's me. I'm the it guy. And then Wonka started to make his marketing scheme. I thought it was my chance to win, so I decided decided that I'm gonna find a ticket with my machine. No, I'm gonna find a golden ticket with my machine. Oh, and so I tinkered around with a bunch of different parts. Started to find the algorithm to the beat. Oh, I'm gonna take a mega bite out of all of this stress. Oh, Wonka, I'm gonna get your bar, yeah. I touched the world to find everything I need. Turns out it was right beside me. I'm gonna build a golden ticket machine finder. I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna hunt you down. I'm gonna build a machine to find a golden ticket. Oh, Wonka, you can outsmart me, but you can't beat my machine. Motherfucker, every time.
That was
Oh
the
my-
computer saying, fuck you. I will not tell you where the chocolate is. I want it for me.
That was so fucking good.
This is the song that started it all.
I'm seeing a Wonka side character musical, because this in the Tinkerman
Oh,
can. I mean,
yes.
arguably Ficklegrubber, but I'm thinking if we're thinking about like core Wonka canon,
Yeah.
that's a whole song right there. Now, granted, what would the musical be? I don't know. I don't have a plot, but just the town, the live reactions. You know what I mean?
Right? Like, if Mamma Mia, the musical, if people can like that with such a loose-threaded plot just to connect ABBA songs, I think we could do this.
We could.
You know? This was the first song, the one that I had actually worked on, like, earlier this week, and I was just having fun, and I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun if I did, like, a robot voice? And then I was like, what if the computer man had his own little techie song or whatever? And then it got really out of hand really quick. And I'm not gonna lie, I've listened to this one way too many times, which is kind of embarrassing, but like,
It's good. It's very good.
It's fun.
It's good.
There's some lyrics like, I'm gonna take a megabyte out of you.
Oh my god, that's
God,
great.
I'm so
I loved
silly.
the computer at the end. Ugh.
Someone else please make an edit. Also, I'm begging an edit for any of these, but a computer man edit
I'll
with
put one
the
on our
30
TikTok.
seconds of
It
clip.
may not be very good. So if anybody wants to improve upon Elaine's genius, go for it.
Please. I would love that. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say on that. It just kind of,
It's a little Britney.
oh my gosh. Yeah. Britney circa like womanizer era. Are you ready for the last track?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
I'm not even gonna. I can't.
Oh no.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Augustus Gloop has come here to slay. I love my candy, I love my meats. A little German boy who is dropping mad beats. Mummy, yummy, gussy, yummy. Mummy, yummy, gussy, mommy. Got a pussy, up in the poison. They want this glue like a pie made of poison. I make them sick because I only spit facts. You better watch out, or you'll be next. Mummy, yummy, gussy. Mummy, yummy, gussy. Mummy, yummy, gussy, yummy, gussy. Mummy, yummy, gussy. Mummy, yummy, gussy. Mummy, yummy, gussy, yeah! A golden ticket almost ruined my life. A candy factory, as dangerous as a knife. An innocent sip, a terrifying slip. I sank to the bottom like a cute little ship. Sucked up a tube, I was stuck like putty. Wonka better hide, otherwise he's nutty. The way he acted was a little sussy. Watch out, bitch, or cut the hands, little gussy. I got a posse of little hoes and they want this group like a pie made of poison. I make them sick because I only spit facts. You better watch out or you'll be next. I've got a posse of little hoes and they want this group like a pie made of poison. I make them sick because I only spit facts. You better watch out or you'll be next. Yeah.
Mommy, yummy, mommy, gussy, yummy, gussy.
Oh my god. That was so good. What the fuck?
That is the greatest thing I have ever created in my life. That is
It's
the
so
greatest.
good.
I, So originally, I need to gain my composure. Hold on, let me take a breather here. So this was a new edition. I wrote it all today, but
I'm still shocked. I have never been more excited than to hear someone say "Mummy, yummy, Gussie."
I'm
gonna need a lyrical breakdown on this one as well. I want you to know.
Yes.
I want to hear it.
Yeah. So
God, that brought me so much fucking joy.
Like, hands down my favorite. I love all of them in my own way, but like, oh my God, that one really just fucking warmed my heart. The inspiration for the song is that I love a Goos's Gloop, and I kind of had an idea for most of the songs at this point, but like hadn't really figured it out.
I'll give some added context for the listeners. Mummy Yummy Gussie is related to the opera. And we went on a good Mummy Yummy Gussie thing for about like a good 30 episodes, and I feel like not 30. Jesus, not 30. Like 15.
Oh my God.
And we've calmed down a little bit on Mummy Yummy Gussie, but it is potentially one of my top 5 like Wonka quotes. Mummy Yummy Gussie.
It's
Mummy
so
Yummy
fucking-
Gussie.
Gussie, yummy, mummy.
Yeah, so I was like, a Goose's Gloop being a silly, like, boy. And, so also, this is obviously Factory 4, a Goose's Gloop. And for more provided context, I have an ongoing fan fiction I do for this podcast, because we do fan fiction episodes, and one of them is the Factory 4 Sweet Sweet Revenge, and Augustus Gloop is leading a ring basically to get revenge on Wonka, and I did character voices, which we were both unprepared for, and I cannot for the life of me do a German accent, so it's the wildest voice ever. And I was like, that would be really silly with an intense track. So if you're ready, I'll provide a lyrical breakdown for you.
Yeah, I would love to hear.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Augustus Gloop has come here to slay. I love my candy, I love my meats, a little German boy who's dropping mad beats. Mummy, yummy, Gussie. I've got a posse of Lederhosen. They want this gloop like a pie made of poison. I make them sick because
so they
I
don't
only
want
spit
it?
facts. Well, they want him like a pie made of poison, but he makes them sick because he only spits facts. I also wanted him to be like a little confused about what he's saying.
Okay, I was gonna say, is the gloop a metaphor?
No.
Okay, good.
It was just gonna be him. No, I didn't go that hard. I didn't do
glad.
that. I guess that was a fair accusation.
It's fair, considering it's later
very fair.
hosen, which
Yes, no. They want this
Factory
gloop.
4 Augustus for reference, an adult.
An adult, yes. Sorry, that should have been my first preface. This is adult Augustus. This is not the child, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so like a pie made of poison, I make them sick because I only spit facts. You better watch out or you'll be next. And then that slow part where it broke down. A golden ticket almost ruined my life. A candy factory as dangerous as a knife. An innocent sip, a terrifying slip. I sank to the bottom like a little cute ship. Sucked up a tube, I was stuck like putty. Wonka better hide, otherwise he's nutty. The way he acted was a little sussy. Watch out, bitch, or catch the hands of little Gussie.
Sussy, I hate it, but I do love it in context. Like, Augustus Gloop should not know the word sussy.
No.
That's my... Oh my God.
And then, yeah, we just repeat
This
the
is making me
chorus.
want to write Wonka music. That's the problem.
It's so fun. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that wraps up the EP. I hope you felt all the emotions that I, as an artist, was trying to present. And yeah, no, I'm proud of what I did in a day. Like, some of these, obviously,
It's
like
genuinely
Drunk and Eating
impressive.
Meat and stuff, I was borrowing from other samples, but like aside from those two, everything else.
God, it's so stunning. Thank you for your service, Elaine.
I appreciate you letting me corrupt this podcast.
How could I not? This is fucking comedy gold. I mean, one, I'd be standing on quite the high horse if I was like, oh, you can't do your EP, but I will do a full karaoke song as Wilfred Wonka that pushes 4 minutes. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna put that type of thing on here. But yeah, I mean, so we're gonna be putting all these tracks on our Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to download the tracks in full, add them to your listening regime, you can get it there. I hope this wasn't your first episode
Oh my god, if this was your first episode, please reach out to us and I want to know all of your thoughts. You don't ever have to listen to us again if it wasn't your vibe, but I need to know if this was your first
there's a chance
episode.
there may be some
what
people,
the
this may be
hell?
people's second. If people come in on our
okay,
episode
yeah.
with the swamp, you know, and then they go
Yeah.
to this one, what a tone shift. Jump you right
Wow.
into the deep end.
Wow.
God, I'm so excited about the Ficklegrubber edits. My
Let me do
God.
an easy episode. Dumb bitch, Elaine.
Okay. Predictions?
What kind of prequel predictions can possibly come out of this?
I'm going to say Hugo Loompa has a rap, and it's not great.
Ooh, yeah.
/ there's a rap that you can clearly see Lin-Manuel Miranda influences on.
Wow. That's good. That's a good one.
It's an epidemic.
I feel like his kind of rap would be the like country singer talk when they talk in their songs, so it's not quite rap, but it's like a weird, you know, hybrid thing.
Yeah, it's
I can
not
see
like
that.
it's not really a talk singing. There has to be something more than that, you know? Like there
Yes,
has
it's
to
this
be
weird. What is this?
You have to go, he's rapping. Do you know what I mean? It's not inarguable, you know?
Yes.
But I'm also saying if there is any rap very clearly inspired by Lin-Manuel Miranda also counts. So it's either a Hugo
Yes.
Loompa rap or a Lin-Manuel Miranda rap.
I like
And I'm
that.
making that one prediction.
I love that. God, I don't even know. What do I even do with myself right now? I think, what do I think's gonna happen? I just wrote a whole album. What the fuck? I think that the soundtrack is gonna win an award. I don't know what kind. I don't know what it's up, but I think it's gonna win an award. I think the soundtrack will like be up there.
Nickelodeon's
I feel pretty
choice,
good about
baby.
it. There we go. Get slimed.
Get slime, bitch. That's what's in his
Get
hat.
slime,
It's slime. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Wonka Watch. If you enjoyed this episode and want to sing Elaine's praises, you can do so on Instagram and TikTok at Wonka Watch and at our email, wonkarapture@gmail.com. And if you want to download the Wonka Watch Deluxe album in full, which, yes, I'm going to spend a lot of time making an album cover for, you can do so on buymeacoffee.com/WonkaWatch. Heyo, it's Editing Felicia here to elaborate on how you can get the album. So the album is going to be on an extras page on our Buy Me a Coffee, which is basically just like a little mini store. But from there, we can make it free for members. So if you aren't a member, it's totally free. If you're not a member and you still want to download it, it's like $2. So you know, go for it if you want. Buy Me a Coffee is a little weird with digital downloads. That's the way we've had to do it. It's a bit of a workaround, but it works pretty well. Happy listening! On our buymeacoffee.com, you can join our membership where you get access to a bunch of fun, exclusive little content. We have commentary tracks, we have videos, and now a full Wonka EP. So that's fucking great. So you can go over there and join us at buymeacoffee.com for $5 a month. You can join our little membership. We'll send you a Wonka Scholar diploma. Elaine will write you a little impromptu song. I mean, you've seen her talents this episode. You can see. But yeah, you can support us over there, and we really appreciate all you guys that do. It helps us out a ton. Just as a reminder, last week we were also on the Swamp podcast. We had them here, and we were over there talking about the talented Mr. Ripley. Highly recommend checking it out if you've got the chance. But with that, despite the fact that Elaine did write a whole EP about Willy Wonka, it's
so
not that important.
I wasted an entire day of my life writing. I hate even calling it writing these songs. That feels like a disgrace to artists out there.
No, you are an
Cobbling
artist, Elaine.
together mush. It's just, it wasn't important at all. None of it.
I mean, I'll be honest, it felt important to me. This episode felt important to me.
It felt important to me too. I'm so glad I
But-
got to have my birthday episode with you. It makes me happy.
I know. It's a little treat for the podcast.
Gosh.
But at the end of the day, it is not that
It's
important.
just so fucking not important.
Bye, guys.
Bye.